So I unfortunately gonna do a try off, but it's gonna be a great one. One let's play, and then we do a lot of reviews. So yeah. We're on now episode 4 of I think I think about the opening. Let's get started. Wait. Oh no! I know I'm gonna buy this, but I'm like, oh, I remember, like, okay, I know this is important, but I remember someone saying, oh, this, V media translation is pee pee poop poop on the asshole. Like they said, oh, double dango or something. It's really funny. Anyways, back to the Phantom Blood. 3 days after the battle between Jonathan and Dio, Speedwagon decides to visit Jonathan in the hospital. Outside of Jonathan's room, his peer inside a young woman and carrying on Jonathan's wound. Speedwagon notices her hand is swollen up and smeared with blood as she has been treating his burns thousands of times. Jonathan awakens and recognizes that woman is an old childhood sweetheart, Arena Pellington. The two begin conversation while Speedwagon Coley withdraws, like, oh yeah, looks like he's happy now. Like, oh come on. That's such a Speedwagon move. Oh, so yeah, I like Speedwagon now. I used to think he was like really funny and confusing, like he's like a Pokédex thing, but I'm like, oh, so like, oh, what are you thinking? What is my brain doing? This is why Dumbledore is good, Matthew. You know, my parents say this is why he's making you have a woke agenda. Yeah, it's a little crazy. It's Disney's fault. That was the actual time when I know, wait, why are these people do man kissing? Yeah, it was all because of Disney. Thanks, Disney. It's just a joke, okay? Remember, jokes. Anyways, elsewhere in London, Jack the Ripper, I'm not joking here, that's, again, it is so funny that Jack the Ripper is part of this. Is that why he's a mysterious, nobody caught him? It's because of Dio? Okay, anyways. Jack the Ripper, busy stabbing a young girl while interrupting when Dio appears in a wheelchair that's being pushed by a zombified Wango Changa. Dio has cloaked, covering most of his body, burns, and he can be seen with a face and hands. Dio uses the type of mind control on Jack and proceeds to drain his blood, thus turning him to a zombie so that he can have perfect form. And man, it gets really dark. Anyways, the next day, Jonathan is seizing a chance to walk in the Durban house, trying to endure the mask that Dio was destroyed, and eventually gives up, deciding to take a roll with Arena with a broken arm. Yeah, oh yeah, it's a very horrifying moment. Arena falls, and then Jonathan just holds her. That's very cute. I hope they stay alive. Anyways. During their walk, a mysterious appeared in the stone wall, eating a sandwich. The man suddenly jumps into the air, sitting on the lungs of Jonathan. The man pinkies his fingers and pounds himself into Jonathan's lungs, temporarily disabling his breathing. But surprisingly, he distracted his arm. In fact, it was so good that he could hold a rock very easily. But the man reveals to be William Adampo Zeppelin, or is it Zeppelin? For sure. A martial artist trained master who trains the ways of the Ripple. Wait. Or I guess Harmoon, but again, I wanna talk about Harmoon. Anyways, the Ripple. He takes Jonathan Arena into a nearby pond and demonstrated the power of the Ripple by striking. Okay, I want to talk about Harmoon. It's a thing where you can breathe and get strong enough energy to even destroy vampires. Yeah, it makes it pretty good for, a classic, you can burn the sun and you get the water and you put the onion, It's very unique and I like that. In a frog by the Rock. Strangely enough, shockwaves coming strike through Frog, shattering the rock beneath it, leaving the frog unharmed. Zeppeli reveals that Dio and the snow mask was not destroyed, and his purpose, the frog was unharmed, and his purpose was coming to finish the job. Jonathan is surprised and grabs the branch nearby a tree. Zeppeli notices that the flowers are beginning to blanch, and also the dun, 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 dun. Now, I don't want to talk about every single theme. I just want to tell you some, important ones that everyone remembers. Jonathan, it makes sense because he's a hero, and that's why he has a and it's really catchy. That the flowers begin. Brett is holding realizes that Jonathan may be a greater potential as. Okay, I'm just gonna say someone news. This little thing, it makes it look like some ding dong Fizmater did it. I swear, Fizz made this up. My mind will be blown away, and that'll be a bloody good twist. Anyways, Dio has taken refuge at the mansion as he's draining human blood to heal his wounds. He's seen drawing a human. Okay. Oh yeah, and Jack the Ripper eats it. And he looks kind of tough, even though he's a psycho killer. Can you imagine if John Dahmer gets sucked in by this, or any other killer that's based on the 80s? I mean, he was in 1987. So famous killers can't be there all the time. Anyways, for weeks, Jonathan is trained under Zeppeli to master the power of the hormone to take a break. And Zeppeli tells Jonathan the reason why he hears after his John Mask. See, when Zeppeli was young, he had joined the Scholar with fun, running the evacuation team, traveled all around the world. During the exposition, they discovered a stone mask in the ancient regions of Mexico. On the boat ride home, somehow, had donned the mask and killed the man in the ship. Zeppeli escapes by jumping in the water, but the person wearing the stone mask continued to shoot him. But before he is killed, however, the sun rises in the horizon. Before this escaped the sunlight, not before Zeppeli realizing the man was actually his father. Alright, after Zeppeli teaches Jonathan the technique they called Azomo Punching. It's a really cool move. It's like a gum, but more like very strongly and very quickly, like Azomo Punchy. It's really good too. Like I like Sumo Punchy. Speedwagon appears and announces that Dio has been spotted in the town of Winnight Lot. It's like just a nice place, even though they're gonna get so good. Jonathan and the others set off immediately in a carriage. Apparently, at the only way into the town is through a tunnel in the mountain where once inside the group is attacked by Jack the Ripper, and also they were also the area can come while they're riding into the tunnel. They stopped, and then the horses get cut off, and the guy too, and then Jack the Ripper being like trying to be an Italian brain rot. He puts his head on the horse. That's like his head is in the horse. Anyway, at first, Jack releases an unbearable scalpel of inside the body, but Zeppeli is able to deflect it into line with the hormone, launching at the projectiles. Zeppeli then uses a hormone tech on Jack, melting his face. Jack jumps backwards and holds on to Storm stuck in them in the tunnel. The troop purpose reveals that the lever is in the passway side of the tunnel, Jack climbs through it, Zeppeli hands Jonathan a glass of wine, telling him to defeat Jack without spilling a drop in it. Let's face consequences. And also, the guy's like, "What are you crazy?" And they're like fighting. I kind of like that. The passageway opens up a larger container where Jonathan is attacked by Jack. Briefly, Jonathan, focusing the wine glass, reveals that he can draw power to a hormone using the hormone in the wine. He charges up window sando hormone all the time, and then defeats. And then, oh yeah, he's like stuck in a wall, and he defeats him and melts him out. And yeah, that is episode 4. Episode 4 is great. It shows the introduction of Zeppeli. I like Zeppeli. And a really good fight with Jack the Ripper and Jonathan. And yeah, that'll be it for today. Yeah.